what's up? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Yeah. Mm.
Just wanted to ask a general NBA question. You see a lot of big stat lines right now, guys scoring 70 and a lot of 50-point quarters, stuff like that. Someone who's been in the league since the late 90s, like, why do you feel like, especially recently, guys are having these great performances right now?
I mean, I think a couple of things. I think getting to the free throw line is important. You know, usually when they have those big explosive nights, guys are getting to the free throw line. I think the amount of three-point shots guys are taking too. You know, guys are taking 15, 16 threes, you know, in some games. And so if you get hot, make, you know, 9 or 10 of those threes. You know, you're looking at 30 points right there. Then you get to the free throw line, you know, 20 times. You know, so, you know, guys are scoring a lot of points. Like I said, the three-point shot is up. You know, teams are encouraging guys to take those three-point shots. And so if you take so many shots, if you get hot and make some, you can score a lot of points.
So as a coach, especially you're thinking about defending that. Sometimes you say, okay, score what you want, do what you want. We're not going to let everybody else get off. What's the challenge with one guy potentially having a historic night and still trying to win the game?
Yeah, I mean it's very possible, but you have to just, you know, kind of pick and choose the guys you want to, you know, try to double team, get the ball out of their hands because they're not great passers. But you have some guys that can score, but also can pick you apart with their passing. So when you have guys like that, you want to try to let those guys, you know, get theirs and try to take everybody else out. But sometimes it can come back and backfire on you as well. So it all depends on how the flow of the game is going and what you know, what type of player you're trying to fire and get the ball out of his hands.
Last couple times you guys have seen Denver Lakers have double-digit free throw attempts. How do you defend a guy of that caliber without fouling?
It's tough. You know, he does a great job of using his body, getting in position. He knows how to sell the fouls as well, you know, and so it's tough. You know, it's a tough cover, and so we just try to throw a lot at him. You know, we know he's a great passer, and when you try to double team a guy that's 7 foot tall that can make every pass, you know, in the book, it puts a lot of pressure on your defense. And so, you know, we're just having Zoo tonight, you know, sometimes you got to double team, even though he's going to, you know, pass the basketball. Just try to protect Zoo as much as possible, not let him get in foul trouble early. So, you know, it's a tough, you know, back and forth. But, I mean, he's a crafty player. Like I said, 2-time MVP, has a chance of being a 3-time MVP, you know. So it's a tough cover for us, and, you know, we just got to just give him different looks to try to keep him off balance.
Do you think this crazy scoring that Bob was talking about, do you think it's good for the league?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it is. I think, you know, you get home and you say, this guy had 55, and you look up at Dom and had 71, and come back the next night, Clay has 55. And, you know, I think it's good for the league. You know, just it's like I said, the three-point shot has gone up. It's a very important, you know, style to our game now. Just, you know, get as many three-point shots up as you can. And when guys are getting 15, 16 threes, they get hot, you know, it's tough to cover.
One of the staples of your coaching career is playoff time, focus on one opponent, take away the best guy or the hot guy. When we get to the playoffs this year, not just the Clippers, but league-wide, do you think that set of circumstances that I just laid out will allow the scores to come down?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, because like I said, everybody on the floor now are decent three-point shooters, you know. So if you double team, you know, Luka, or you try to get the ball out of his hands, or you double team Steph, you got guys on the backside that can, you know, shooting 38 to 40% from three, you know. So you have to pick your poison, you know. So it's tough, you know. It's a little different than when I first started in Cleveland, you know. And the game is changing, you know, every year, you know. And so you just got to be able to adapt to the times.
Same starting lineup as usual.
Yes.
What's your level of concern with Paul and his hamstring? Because obviously he's dealt with this in November. He missed a couple games last month. This is not something that you want to pop up. So how do you protect him?
Well, my biggest thing is you got to trust the medical staff and trust PG, and he said he feels good. You know, our medical staff we checked all the boxes to make sure he's available and he's okay to play, and so that's what we are right now.
When it comes to back-to-backs, you've got two guys who usually don't play on 0 days rest between John and Kawhi. Both those guys are playing. Do you anticipate that being the case the rest of the year, that neither one of those guys?
I hope not. I hope not. You know, so I mean, we'll see.
So there would be a chance that at some point in the year, maybe tomorrow, maybe at some point in the spring, that Kawhi could play both ends of the back-to-back, or John could play both ends of the back-to-back.
I would hope so.
And then just looking at this Denver team again, obviously we talk about Jokic a lot, but like you've seen Aaron Gordon, every time he plays the Clippers lately, he eats, like whether it's cuts, shots or a three, so he's hard to take away, and it's not like he's creating his own for the most part.
Right.
How do you defend someone who can be so productive but is not starting plays necessarily?
Yeah, I mean that's what we talked about earlier. Just when that's what happens when you double team Joker. You got to give up something. Like I said, and Aaron's a great cutter. He's very active on the glass. He makes his 3-point shots against us a lot, but just his activity. His bounce. Way he cuts, the way he crashes the glass. Punishing mismatches when you switch and put smaller guys on them. They take advantage of that. And so with Joker's passing, like I said, it's hard to double team him because the one that usually kills us is like you said, is Gordon. So we got to do a better job on him, making sure we do double team tonight. Our lows, we pull in, get that eye formed on the weak side, and try to take away his cuts as much as possible. But it's been a tough challenge for us over the last couple of years.
Malone was talking at length about Jamal Murray's progress back from a similar injury to a Kawhi injury. Are there just points that you can recall in this season where you felt like you saw definite progress, or like a breakthrough with Kawhi? Like, okay, he's doing that, and he wasn't doing that before, and that's a good sign. Or points like that.
I think it was the Boston game. I think we played Boston at home. He had a lot of pace. Defensively he was locked in and moving at a really fast pace, and so that was just good to see. So, like I said, it's coming. It's going to take a little time. There's going to be some ups and downs, and we understand that. And so, just continue to keep building him up, keep getting to where he's comfortable, and then, like I said, getting back to the normal Kawhi.
There was a status of how Marcus is among the league leaders in terms of hitting tough shots. Is there anything unique about his ability to hit a shot with a hand in his face? Because he does it quite good.
Yeah, I think he's 6'8", so when teams close out, they close out short, and so if you don't get a really good contest, he can just shoot right over top of you. But a lot of his tough shots, like you said, come in the post up where he gets the ball mid post and goes into his little package, his little fade away. But he makes that shot, and so if you don't block it, 8 times out of 10, he's usually going to make it.